Hello, hello students, welcome. Today we are going to see a next chapter of your physical chemistry, and that is the chapter number 3, electrochemistry. You have already learned couple of chapters of physical chemistry earlier, like so first chapter solid state and the second chapter is a solution. And now today we will proceed with your next chapter, that is your chapter number 3, electrochemistry. Most important chapter from exam point of view, including your JEE, NEET as well as your boards exam. So now let us begin our discussion with first of all the definition of electrochemistry. Starting a definition, you can separate the word electrochemistry in a two part, and if you separate that two parts you will get electro as well as chemistry. That means a word or term correlate with couple of energy. The first one is electro, that means with electrical energy, and a chemistry, that means chemical energy. And that's how you can identify your definition of electrochemistry. And the definition is the branch of science which deals with the production of electricity, that means your electrical energy, production of electricity or electrical energy from energy released during spontaneous chemical reaction. Guys, this is my method to write the reaction RXN, but you must write reaction in terms of this reaction in your notes as well as in your exam. In all my lecture you will see reaction is written by this way by me. Okay, so again let me start discussion. The production of electricity or electrical energy from energy released during spontaneous chemical reaction, and the use of electrical energy to bring about non-spontaneous chemical transformation is called electrochemistry. Don't be too much complicated this definition. In this definition you can separate the definition in a two part. The first part is we are produce electrical energy. The first part is we are produce electrical energy that coming from the energy released during a spontaneous chemical reaction. That means your first part, that is conversion of chemical energy into the electrical energy, the first part. The second part is use of electrical energy to bring out non-spontaneous chemical reaction. That means in the second part we convert electrical energy into the chemical energy. So guys, in definition, if you want to remember the definition, separate the definition in a two part. The first part is a conversion of electrical energy to the conversion of chemical energy to the electrical energy, and the second part conversion of electrical to the chemical energy. Okay, now how we can correlate all these function can be correlated with the help of one word, and the word is redox reaction. That means these are the principle of this conversion. With the help of redox reaction you can bring chemical to electrical as well as electrical to the chemical energy. And that's why, because this is the first session, the first lecture of your 12th electrochemistry, before starting this lecture I am requesting you or I am ordering you to go through your class 11 chapter number 8 redox reaction, just grasping your power and just sharpen your brains with the help of using your NCERT book chapter number 8 redox reaction. In that chapter you can understand what do you mean by oxidation, what do you mean by reduction. So these all are coming in this chapter. So I requesting you that first of all go to your class 11 chapter number 8 redox reaction. That will very helpful you to understand all the concept of this chapter quite easily. Okay, what are the uses of this electrochemistry? So the first use is it is used in the burning of fuels. As you know that the moment if you burn a particular type of any fuel, that will give you energy. That means burning of fuel that will gives you obtaining the energy, and this energy you can use for your domestic as well as your transportation or your industrial purpose. How? Just some for example, if you going for the burning of petroleum, that is your petrol or diesel, that will used in the transportation, that means is used in an automobile vehicle. Same way, if you going for the burning of fuels in an industrial level, that is your in a turbine or in a boilers, so that will gives you energy in the terms of electrical energy. That means with the help of heat energy you can produce your electrical energy. That is the first one. Second one is a digestion of food in animals. You know that the digestion of food, that is your chemical reaction, that is known as a biochemical reaction. So in a biochemical reaction, you know that the moment we digest our food, you will get the energy in the term of ATP. So that is another use that used in a biochemical reaction. The third one is a photosynthesis, to capture the energy from sun, that is useful for the plants and trees. The next one is extracting metals from their ore. Friends, the first three purpose is known as a electrochemical reaction. These two purpose, extracting metals from their ores and manufacturing of IMP or important chemicals, these two processes are known as a electrolysis reaction. What is the difference between the electrochemical reaction and electrolysis reaction? We will discuss in this lecture, okay, on later part. And the last use, that is the operation of dry and wet batteries. What do you mean by dry and what do you mean by wet batteries? That is the last topic of our chapter, but just to make you some clear, I will tell you the example of dry cell and wet batteries. Friends, you all have TV in your home, and there is a one remote control that used for the operating of TV. So in that remote you will place some of the cells, and as you know that the cells are once used, you have to throw it, and that's why it is known as a dry cell. That means there is no chemical in the form of liquid. Actually dry cell is not actually dry, but it look like a dry cell. So this is an example of dry battery. What do you mean by wet batteries? So if you have auto vehicle likes of Activa or a bike or a car, then you know that the functioning of horn, the functioning of side lights, the functioning of main light, that is done with the help of battery. And if you open that battery and if you see the construction of that battery, you will find that there is some liquid inside that battery. The liquid is actually H2SO4, that is also discussed in this chapter. But that liquid having, that means the liquid is present there, and that's why it is known as a wet batteries. So these are the starting part of your chapter, which involve introduction, that means the definition and the usage of your electrochemistry. Now moving towards next portion, and the next topic is electrochemical changes. What do you mean by electrochemical changes? A particular chemical change which involve the flow of electrical current are called electrochemical changes. And friends, as I told you, if you separate this word in a two part, you can easily correlate that this is a chemical, and the chemical stands for a chemical change, and electro, that means electrical energy, that is your electrical current. That means chemical change, whenever brought with the help of electricity, it becomes electrochemical changes. There are mainly two types of electrochemical changes you will introduce in your life. The first one is electrochemical cells, and second is electrolytic cell. The electrochemical cell, also known as a galvanic cells in the memory of scientist Galvin, and electrolytic cell is also known as a electrolysis. I make one difference between electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell, that how you can differ that two cells. So first of all, their working principle. The working principle of electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell is quite differ. What is the difference? The difference is the device in which chemical energy of a spontaneous redox reaction is converted into electrical energy. A device that used to convert the chemical energy. Remember one word, that is a spontaneous redox reaction. That means the reaction take place at its own. We are not doing anything. If you take two chemicals, if you mix two chemicals, then reaction take place at own, and the energy of that particular redox reaction, that is your chemical energy, if this chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, such type of device is known as your galvanic cell or electrochemical cell. So this is the working principle of galvanic cell, that conversion of chemical energy into the electrical energy. What do you mean by electrolysis or electrolytic cell? Then the phenomena of chemical changes. Remember one thing, phenomena of chemical changes taking place of passage of electrical energy from an external source. That means, friend, the reaction is non-spontaneous, and if you want to bring that non-spontaneous reaction to occur, you know that we have to apply external force, and the external force is applied in terms of electrical energy, that means the electricity, and this process is known as electrolysis, and a device that used to carry out the electrolysis is known as your electrolytic cell. So first difference between these two cells is their working principle. In an electrochemical cell, chemical energy converted into electrical energy. In an electrolysis or electrolytic cell, the electrical energy is converted into the chemical energy. The first one. Second point is almost same and somehow differ. How? Oxidation, reduction. You all know what do you mean by oxidation and what do you mean by reduction. In 11th, you discuss all these phenomena. I am just going to define the word. Oxidation, that means removal of electron. Reduction, that means addition of electron. That is the definition of oxidation and reduction. Oxidation take place at anode. Reduction take place at cathode. Same phenomena here. Oxidation take place at anode. Reduction take place at cathode. You say